Namaskar. In this episode of Dil Se, we'll be talking about the much talked about Uniform Civil Code. What does it mean? The Prime Minister has described the present laws that apply to different communities as the Communal Civil Code. Well, I don't know whether that's the appropriate description of the civil law that applies to various religious communities in this country, the various customs that prevail in the Northeast and in other parts of the country. Goa, for example, has a special code. But what has been drafted and passed in Uttarakhand, which is a new law that has come into force, according to me, is an uncivil civil code. That's my description of it. What does the civil code involve? We're going to discuss all that. It really involves four broad issues that impact every community. Issues of marriage, issues of divorce, issues of succession, and issues of inheritance. Broadly, these are issues that are involved in every community when it comes to their civil laws. अब इसमें ये कैसे इन्होंने पास किया, क्या कोई राज्य सरकार यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड पास कर सकती है भी नहीं या नहीं, ये भी एक बड़ा भारी मुद्दा है. क्योंकि अगर हम आर्टिकल 44 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को पढ़ें, इट सेज दैट द स्टेट शैल एंडेवर टू सिक्योर फॉर इट्स सिटीजन्स ए यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड थ्रू आउट द टेरिटरी ऑफ इंडिया. मतलब कि केंद्र सरकार का ये प्रयास होगा कि अपने नागरिकों के लिए उनको एक ऐसा कोड दें जो सारे प्रदेशों में लागू होगा. तो इसमें जो अल्फाज हैं, द इम्पॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स आर सिटीजन्स. अब यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड जो उत्तराखंड ने पास किया है, तो वो तो सिटीजन से उससे कुछ ताल्लुक नहीं है, क्योंकि जो वहाँ रहते हैं वो तो उत्तराखंड के सिटीजन्स नहीं है, वो तो हिंदुस्तान के सिटीजन हैं. तो उत्तराखंड को कैसे हक मिला ऐसा कोड पास करने में? फिर इंडेवर टू सिक्योर मतलब प्रयास करेंगे. प्रयास करने का मतलब सहमति के साथ होगा, तो इन्होंने तो कानून पास कर दिया, तो प्रयास भी नहीं हुआ. तीसरा, थ्रू आउट द टेरिटरी ऑफ इंडिया. तो जो ये लॉ है उत्तराखंड का, वो तो सारे प्रदेशों में लागू नहीं है. तो ये यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड अंडर आर्टिकल 44 कैसे हुआ, इस बात पे भी चर्चा करेंगे. फिर इन्होंने ऐसे प्रावधान रखे हुए हैं कि कोई एक युवा, एक महिला और पुरुष अगर 18 साल से ऊपर हों और एक दूसरे के साथ मोहब्बत करते हों और कहीं रहना चाहते हों, जिसको हम कहते हैं लिव इन रिलेशनशिप, उस पर भी इन्होंने पाबंदी लगा दी. और हमारे देश में इतने कानून हैं, वेदर इट्स द हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट और स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट और बाकी धर्मों के जो कानून बने हुए हैं, अपने माइनॉरिटीज़ के भी कानून हैं, उनके बावजूद इन्होंने कहा कि वो कानून लागू नहीं होंगे, ये कानून लागू होगा. तो इन सब मुद्दों पे हम चर्चा करेंगे. और हमारे साथ 3 ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको इसके बारे में जानकारी भी है और उन्होंने इस पे गौर भी किया है. तो निश्चित रूप से एक बड़ी अच्छी चर्चा होगी. तो मैं आई वेलकम वृंदा जी. वृंदा जी को सब जानते हैं इस देश में, क्योंकि जब भी कहाँ कोई अत्याचार होता है, कहीं भी अत्याचार हो, किसी ने भी किया हो, तो जो अत्याचार करता है उसके खिलाफ खड़ी रहती है. चाहे वो जेंडर जस्टिस की बात हो, कम्युनल वायलेंस की बात हो, एक्स्ट्रा जुडिशल किलिंग्स की बात हो, फ्री स्पीच की बात हो. यू हैव बीन अ चैम्पियन ऑफ पीपल्स राइट्स. और 2012 में आपको टाइम मैगजीन ने कहा था कि यू आर 1 in 100 मोस्ट पावरफुल पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड. और आपने कई बार जो हिंदुस्तान में लॉज जो बनते हैं उसमें आपने मदद की. और आप आज के दिन सुना है कि आप यहाँ UN की ओर से आप ये जो बवाल चल रहा है यूक्रेन में, वहाँ भी आप एक कमेटी में हैं और आप अपनी रिकमेंडेशंस देंगी टू द ह्यूमन राइट्स कमेटी. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच. और आपने ये पिटिशन भी फाइल किया
बिल्कुल, 2
पिटिशंस फाइल किया. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर बीइंग हियर. मनीषा जी, आप सोशियोलॉजी में PhD आपने की JNU से, और अभी आप जामिया में पढ़ाती भी हैं, और यू आर dealing with issues of law, religion and state power. और आपने जामिया से पहले नालसार में आपने काम किया. And you have published a book called Kafka Land, Prejudice, Law and Counter-Terrorism in India. 2014 में उसकी publication हुई. And you're very much concerned about the use of technology and the invasion over the privacy rights of individuals. So whether this law in fact invades those rights or not, उसके बारे में चर्चा करेंगे. Thank you very much for being here. Shahrukh ji, my very respected colleague at the Supreme Court, LLB from National Law School of India University, and then LLM from London School of Economics, constitutional law, criminal law, and their intersection with identity, class and political power. उसके बारे में आपने बड़ा काम किया है. हेट स्पीच के आप बिल्कुल खिलाफ हैं, मैं भी हूँ. और इकट्ठा हम संघर्ष भी करते हैं इसके बारे में. But beyond your legal work, you are contributing to academic and legal discussions. कई बार मैं देखता हूँ, आजकल वैसे मैं ज़्यादा नहीं लगाता टेलीविज़न, लेकिन कई बार जब पता चलता है कि आप हो तो मैं लगा ही लेता हूँ. So thank you very much for being there. So शुरुआत आपसे करते हैं. आपसे मैं एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो वॉलंटरी रिलेशनशिप्स जिसको हम कहते हैं कि लिव इन है, अंडर व्हाट प्रोविजन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कैन द स्टेट ऑफ उत्तराखंड frame this law for live-in relationships?
In fact, the framing of this law for live-in relationships violates many provisions of the Constitution, particularly जिसको हम Chapter 3 fundamental.
I'm asking another question. How does the state have the power to do it? मैं इसलिए पूछ इसलिए रहा हूँ कि जो entry 5 है, it is in the concurrent list.
Correct.
Entry 5 कहती है marriage, divorce. So
मगर
a
live-in का उसमें
live-in
कोई
relationship
conception
is neither a marriage nor
Not
a
at
divorce. It is so
It's
therefore
not a subject that the state can legislate on.
that's the question I was asking.
They cannot. It is not a subject the state can legislate on. In fact, the intrusion through legislation is contrary to the explicit text of the Constitution. तो ये जो इन्होंने बनाया है लिव इन को रेगुलेट करना, इसकी पावर नहीं है इनके पास. और लिव इन रिलेशनशिप हिंदुस्तान में कोई नायाब चीज नहीं है. कोई somebody can argue कि देखिए उस वक्त मैरिज डिवोर्स लिखा था लिस्ट में, ये लिव इन तो मॉडर्न चीज है. Actually, in Indian society, live-in is not a modern concept. Live-in relationships have existed culturally in many societies across this country. We have a very
across the world actually.
Yes, but I'm saying even in India. So the framers of the Constitution, with a Constituent Assembly that was very representative, उनको मालूम था किस तरह से लोग अलग अलग तरीके से अपना जीवन का रिश्ते बनाते हैं. तो ये पावर सरकार के पास है ही नहीं, उत्तराखंड स्टेट के पास नहीं है.
तो ये पावर यूनिफॉर्म सिविल लॉ की किसके पास होनी चाहिए बनाने के लिए?
अगर बनना है,
कोई प्रदेश बना सकता है? मैं पूछ रहा हूं आपसे.
नहीं.
क्यों?
क्योंकि आर्टिकल 44 का ऑब्जेक्टिव ही कुछ और है पूरे प्रदेश को. अब ये आप इसमें भी देखिए, इन्होंने कहा अच्छा एसटीज को एग्जेम्प्ट कर दिया. तो एसटीज क्या सिटीजन्स नहीं है उत्तराखंड के?
नहीं, सिटीजन की तो बात, उत्तर सिटीजन तो हो ही नहीं सकते.
नहीं, उत्तराखंड में रहने रेजिडेंट्स तो हैं. आपने एसटीज को कहा हम आपको नहीं कवर करेंगे, इसमें लपेट में ही नहीं आ पाते हैं. तो ये एक द होल एक्सरसाइज फ्रॉम स्टार्ट, फ्रॉम इट्स वेरी कंसेप्चुअलाइजेशन is actually both illegal and arbitrary.
In other words, no state in India, आपके हिसाब से
नहीं,
कोई भी
प्रदेश नहीं बना सकते आप.
कोई भी प्रदेश ऐसा कानून बना ही नहीं सकता. मैं आपसे पूछना
मेरे हिसाब से अगर आप आर्टिकल 44 का हवाला ले रहे हैं तो नहीं बना सकते.
तो फिर किसका हवाला लें?
उनका कहना है कि वो उसी के अंतर्गत कर रहे हैं, उसी के लेटर एंड स्पिरिट को फॉरवर्ड ले जा रहे हैं.
पॉलिसी ऑफ डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स तो केंद्र सरकार पे लागू होगा ना.
करेक्ट.
ठीक है ना, ये तो राज्य सरकार पे तो लागू नहीं है.
एंड आल्सो द प्रोजेक्ट which is envisaged in Article 44
is a national project.
Yes,
right.
Which cannot be, and it's not as though you're going piecemeal.
Exactly.
That is not how you can conceptualize it or take it forward.
अब देखिए, हमारे जो गृह मंत्री जी हैं, 2023 में इन्होंने कोई पब्लिक स्पीच में कहा कि जब सारे प्रदेश ऐसा लॉ बना देंगे तो फिर केंद्र सरकार बनाएगी, मतलब कि आर्टिकल 44 के बिल्कुल
रिवर्स कर दिया उन्होंने।
रिवर्स कर दिया। ये भी इनको कानून की जानकारी जरूर दी होगी, इनके लॉ ऑफिसर्स तो बड़े लायक लोग हैं, उन्हें जरूर दी होगी कोई जानकारी, पर शायद कभी कभी चूक जाते हैं, हम भी चूक जाते हैं कभी कभी, इसमें बुरी बात क्या है? मिस्टर, व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
I had read the UCC Uttarakhand version, and the first impression I got was that some killjoy woke up one morning and decided to wreak vengeance on the people of Uttarakhand. Because it is such a such a punitive document. आप मतलब बाकी चीजें छोड़ दीजिए कि किसको रखा है किसको नहीं रखा है, what is there. It's just such a punitive document. Penalty शब्द कितनी बार आता है इस डॉक्यूमेंट में, आप देखिए पेनल्टी, पनिशमेंट। आपने 30 दिन में अगर इत्तला नहीं दी रजिस्ट्रार को,
हाँ।
तो आपके ऊपर इतना फाइन हो जाएगा। रजिस्ट्रार आपसे पूछेगा कि आपने क्यों इत्तला नहीं दी, आप कुछ बहाना बताएंगे, जो भी बताएंगे, फिर रजिस्ट्रार सोचेगा कि मैं डिटरमिन करूं कि ये विलफुल ओमिशन था कि कुछ ऐसे ही हो गया। ये स्कूल मॉनिटर, क्लास मॉनिटर, स्कूल प्रिंसिपल टाइप का पूरा डॉक्यूमेंट है, जिसमें सिटीजन और जो सिटीजन का जो एक आइडिया होता है कि सिटीजन के कुछ राइट्स हैं, वो इसमें नहीं है। आपको एक बच्चे इन्फेंटिलाइज कर दिया गया है, सब मतलब जो रेजिडेंट सिटीजन जो भी हैं सबको इन्फेंटिलाइज कर दिया गया कि आप सिर्फ हमें जानकारी देते रहें और आपने अगर सही वक्त पे जानकारी नहीं दी तो आपको ये सजा होगी। तो एक पूरा जो it's got such a punitive aspect to it, apart from everything else, it's got a punitive aspect to it. And the kind of powers that the registrar will now enjoy in terms of controlling the lives of ordinary people and the vast swaths of
ये तो एक राष्ट्रीय पॉलिसी है कि टू कंट्रोल द लाइव्स ऑफ एवरीवन।
Yes.
लेकिन इसमें एक बात ये है कि जो पहले जो इनफॉर्मल चैनल्स ऑफ सोशल कंट्रोल होते थे, जिसको हम गॉसिप, शेमिंग या विजिलेंटिज्म, जो सड़कों पे, गांव में, घरों में, मोहल्लों में होती थी, उसका एक लीगल और एक स्टैट्यूटरी स्टेटस मिल गया यहाँ पे। क्योंकि जो रजिस्ट्रार है, आप गए रजिस्ट्रार के पास, आपने बोला कि आपकी शादी हो गई है,
वो कहता है मैं नहीं मानता,
वो मैं नहीं मानूंगा, मैं अपनी इंक्वायरी करूंगा।
और
मैं अपनी
reject कर सकता
पर
है।
इंक्वायरी कहाँ से करेंगे वो? जब दो लोग कह रहे हैं कि हमारी शादी होगी, क्या
वो
इंक्वायरी?
कह रहा है कि वो डिस्क्रीट इंक्वायरी करेगा, अपने जानकारी प्राप्त करेगा कहाँ से भी करनी है। तो ये क्या है, मतलब ये मोहल्ले के जो पहले सोशल कंट्रोल मैकेनिज्म्स हुआ करते थे, उसको आपने लीगल फॉर्म दे दिया है।
मगर क्या मजे हैं रजिस्ट्रार
के
तो पास बैठेगी, then he'll call the
नेबर्स को बुलाया जाएगा,
पेरेंट्स को
तो पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन होनी चाहिए ना शादी में। अगर पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन हो रही है तो इसमें क्यों नहीं हो?
वेंडर्स को, लैंडलॉर्ड को।
तो अगर इफ पीपल ऑफ डिफरेंट फेथ्स मैरी, तो क्या होगा? शाहरुख जी बताइए।
I don't think they'll allow people of different faiths to marry.
तभी तो इन्होंने पावर दिया सब रजिस्ट्रार को। तो इनका मकसद क्या है आपके हिसाब से?
The narrative, the political narrative is very much about love jihad, about how violence emanates from such relationships. In fact, the expert committee also says that there's a danger in live-in relationships because we see violence and untoward incidents emanating from live-in relationships.
Oh, I see.
And they say that without substantiating.
That doesn't happen amongst normal marriages,
Only
according to them.
6,450 women die of dowry death every year as per NCRB data. This is regular marriage.
Or violence generally. I mean, they don't talk about violence generally in marriages and outside, but they've interviewed. They say that they've arrived at this through a consultative process. And Uttarakhand has a population of 1.23 crores. They've interviewed 2,000 odd people.
Wow.
And they've asked another 2 lakhs to submit their opinions about this. But they don't say how many of these were women. They don't say how many of these were Muslims, how many of these were young people, how many of these were people who were actually in live-in relationships. We don't know who these 2,000 people were.
इसमें मेरे हिसाब से, and I want to ask you this, कि अगर कोई लिव इन रिलेशनशिप चाहेगा भी तो वो डरेगा कि हम करें क्यों?
Of course.
तो हमें तो कल बुलाया जाएगा।
एक registration
What is
हुआ है
something private to us? हम आपस की जानकारी है। It become a public matter of public discourse. बोले कि सारी जनता बात करने लगेगी। अच्छा, फिर पूछने लगेगी आप कैसे? फिर माँ बाप पूछेंगे।
जी।
तो ये तो मतलब कि ये तो एक ऐसा कानून है जो संविधान के जो भी प्राइवेट राइट्स हैं किसी भी सिटीजन के, उसका उल्लंघन करता है मेरे हिसाब से।
जी।
And it's also very, I think there are two things here which are very I mean, it's alarming what is happening. One, that this legislation will actually give legitimacy and validation to what was just mentioned, the social vigilantism. And also actually sanction.
बजरंग दल के लोग जो
बिल्कुल,
लू में करते हैं वो यहाँ करना शुरू हो
नहीं, और उनको सैंक्शन है, लॉ कहता है आप करें, आप आके कंप्लेंट करें.
थर्ड पार्टी कंप्लेनेंट है इसमें.
27th February 2025, the registration deadline after 27th January notification of rules expired. Now, anybody can go and complain to the sub-registrar, who can be an STM officer. These are all administrative officials at a certain level. Anyone can go and complain, so-and-so is living with so-and-so, they have not registered. You are actually abetting social surveillance, vigilantism over other people's private lives. And particularly, who is going to get impacted? It will be women who are exercising their own autonomy, as it is, we know, within the Indian system for women to exercise autonomy, particularly in relations to, who to have an association, their right to choice. The whole world, from the mohalla to the family, everybody has a say. They will be disproportionately impacted, as will interfaith and intercaste marriage. I think we should not forget how central to this whole thing is to ensure segregation both with religion and caste.
A Dalit marrying a upper caste woman.
The sub-registrar
Or the other way
can
around.
say,
Huh?
the sub-registrar can say that he thinks on grounds of public policy and morality, this marriage should not be registered. He has the power. Nobody has told us who will
उसके
guide
बाद
this.
फिर कोई अपील परमिशन है इसमें?
हाँ, आप सब रजिस्ट्रार से रजिस्ट्रार पे
उसके
जाएंगे.
बाद
Nothing.
Registrar General, but they're all public.
But these are all officers.
नहीं, उसके बाद फिर हाई कोर्ट जाएंगे लोग.
People will be filing writs in the High Court.
फिर हम लोगों के
Yes.
खर्चा हम पे होगा.
Yes, writs.
मतलब ये
In,
क्या मतलब कि
I think it's the larger vision is not of Article 44.
यही मैं आपसे भी पूछना चाहता हूँ. आप देखिए, if you look at the manifestos, ये जो हो रहा है केवल बीजेपी स्टेट्स में हो रहा है. किसी नॉन बीजेपी स्टेट में तो ऐसा कोई कानून की बात हो ही नहीं रही. अब जब हिमाचल में बीजेपी पावर में थी तो उन्होंने कहा था हम करेंगे, अब पावर में नहीं है, बोली जब आएंगे तो करेंगे. ठीक है, तो वेदर इट इज हिमाचल और इट्स गुजरात और इट्स एमपी और इट्स हरियाणा और इट्स असम, दे आर ऑल बीजेपी रूल्ड स्टेट्स. They want to do it. So is it a political agenda?
Well, obviously.
So therefore the UCC has nothing to do with rights,
it's nothing to do with
with
rights.
law. It is a political agenda.
It's a clear-cut political agenda. It's been on their political agenda for several years, for decades actually. And now, after the triple talaq and this and that, now it's so, I mean, if you look at the text, there is nothing about women's equality in the text. In fact, it goes a few steps backward, and something which is socially conservative can never be in favor of women's equality. And it is a socially conservative worldview which is being imposed through this. What are the, the approved sort of relationships and the invasiveness of the state. So obviously it's a socially conservative document. And yes, you were saying something.
No, that's correct. I mean, I was looking at the manifestos of the BJP right from the 80s. 89 manifesto has it. 96 manifesto has it. 98 manifesto has it. 99 manifesto has it. 2014, 2019, 2024.
See,
2009 में इन्होंने कुछ इतना नहीं किया. Baki every manifesto.
As Shahrukh was saying, the subtext is always love jihad, interfaith relationships and so on. And this underlying idea that you have this Islamic patriarchy which needs reform, that there's nothing wrong with,
So if two people belong to the same, देखिए, Hindu girl and Hindu boy, उस पे भी तो लागू होगा.
नहीं, उसमें सबको problem है, that's what I'm
complain नहीं
saying.
करते.
As long as they're not married.
हाँ नहीं, उसमें भी लागू होगा ना.
Yes, yes.
जी,
ठीक है ना?
जी.
But उस पे कोई complain नहीं करेगा.
But they're
कर
also,
सकते हैं, क्यों
also
नहीं?
trying to regulate relationships. If you're not married, then you shouldn't be living in sin. That's also the subtext
The
of the expert
subtext is that
committee.
you're living in sin.
That's also come from the courts, in fact, that such relationships are not proper. It's brazen behavior. And I'm thinking that if the Constitutional Court is saying this, how will the registrar deal with
Exactly.
Yes.
the two people who go to register? I mean, they get their signals from up above.
But just to put another thing here, it's not, at least speaking for myself, it's not as though the Uniform Civil Code was actually an idea that the women's movement in this country from the 70s onward strongly supported.
Even Nehru said that we should have a uniform
Yes,
civil code. I
yes,
remember
because
that.
there are discriminatory provisions in personal laws.
Yes.
And therefore, the idea is that those discriminatory provisions should go. Are we working towards a gender just law? Is this the prototype? Not to my reading.
नहीं, but let me ask you a question. जो भी discriminatory provisions हैं, कुछ भी है, जैसे शाबानों में
Correct.
maintenance की बात है,
Correct.
it is discriminatory. Ultimately, the court decided.
Yes.
तो मतलब ये है कि that can be struck down under the chapter on fundamental rights.
Yes.
ठीक है ना?
Yes.
So you don't need a law like this. अगर कोई भी ऐसा discriminatory बात आती है तो fundamental rights के अंतर्गत वो strike down हो
True.
जाएगा.
But see, as people in this country, it's not as though one should not at all have a vision of gender just laws as a civil code. The problem with this one in particular and the prototype that this government has been peddling for some time now, they have standardized practices using the Hindu template as the model, Hindu laws as the template. Standardization did not create equality. Let me give you one example, an example that the 2018 Law Commission also took up. There is a limit on testamentary succession under the Muslim law. Under Hindu law, on paper and through court judgments and in statute, women have equal rights.
इस लॉ में तो कहा है कि जो testamentary disposition एक will कर सकता है excluding the woman altogether.
वो तो आज भी कर सकता है. That is what I'm saying. The will is actually the Brahmastra under the Hindu law, as we all well know.
I agree.
And we don't talk about.
That's correct.
Women get disentitled to property through the use of the will.
That's right.
The 2018 Law Commission said any new code must model it along the lines of the Muslim personal law. I don't see that happening here. How is this for women? So this has nothing to do with women or saving them either from violence or disentitlement.
So, आप कैसे कह सकती हैं कि intent was to protect women?
They have said it.
Your assumption is wrong, so your conclusions will be wrong.
They have, the chief minister, if a chief minister is going to say it,
Chief Minister, do you think they know what this law is about? If a Chief
Well-
Minister doesn't even know कि भाई ऐसा लागू हम कर ही नहीं सकते, तो वो उसके बयान का अहमियत ही क्या है?
well,
It has nothing to do with women. It's something to do with politics.
but it's being fired from the shoulders of women. Totally.
It doesn't create one new right for women.
Exactly.
Or
Not
for
one new
children.
right, not one new remedy.
In fact, it generalizes what were the problems in Hindu Marriage and Succession Act. For example, restitution of conjugal rights.
It's there.
It's now generalized to all communities.
Yes.
So that, things like that. Or the absolute silence on, for example, recognizing the father as the natural guardian of
भाई
children.
इसमें कहा है कि भाई now the child will be given to the mother only for पहले 5 साल. उसके बाद father will be the guardian.
Yeah.
Mother will not be the guardian. This is contrary to
Contrary,
judgments of the Supreme
Yes.
Court.
Yes.
किया गया जाए?
Well, I think there are challenges in the High Court to it, but I think it's also people need to be informed, which through
That's why
discussions
I'm
like
having this discussion.
Absolutely. Because I think the way it is marketed, and nowadays, unfortunately, laws are marketed outside and not debated in Parliament. So the marketing is saying women, and they do have a conservative constituency, which is saying this is good, it will keep all the young people in check. And so it is important to inform them that actually this is going to have the kind of control over our private lives that the state has never in the past had. Whether you are getting married, whether you're getting divorced.
2014 के बाद the state is different.
Totally.
Unfortunately, आप reality को पहचानते नहीं.
नहीं, मैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को अभी भी नहीं बदला ना.
भाई constitution is one thing, reality is quite another.
Yeah, but we can still fight back because the constitution is saying this is illegal what you're doing.
That is true. That is true. अच्छा ये बताओ. I'll ask you start with you, being an academic. I won't ask the lawyers this question because the lawyers will have an answer. मैंने कई सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जजमेंट देखी. तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी कई जजमेंट में कहा है कि यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड होना चाहिए. अब मैं पूछना चाहता हूं कि कोर्ट को ऐसी बात करनी चाहिए क्योंकि एक संदेश जाता है, एक सिग्नल जाता है देश में कि भाई ऐसा लॉ होना चाहिए. Now, even the judges who make that statement, they are not fully familiar with all the intricacies. So I believe, this is my own personal opinion, that judges should never say as to what should be enacted or what should not be enacted. That's for Parliament to decide. Right?
No, absolutely.
If there is an absence of a law, the judges can say, we'll fill up, Vishaka guidelines. क्या हम fill up करेंगे? But if there is no absence of a law, because there are laws that regulate all these communities, then how can the judge say, how can a Supreme Court say कि एक uniform?
Unfortunately, that's been the trend here, that judges go overboard and say things that should not have been said. For example, not just in this case, other cases, for example, in the Bal Patil case, the judge went into great details about whether there should be minorities in the country or not. You know? So, I mean, that happens all the time with a very conservative sort of understanding of what is state, what should be the way in which social relations should be regulated and guided. And so the judges bring their own ideas and predilections and prejudices into giving these,
That's human nature. क्या किया?
pronouncements which should not have been. Yeah. So yeah, they should refrain from unnecessary, pronouncements such as these.
I think when they say this, they're actually thinking about not so much about uniformity, but about equal rights, lack of discrimination.
No.
And they,
Why do you assume that they are thinking only of that? Because all this can be decided by striking down all those provisions of any law, any custom which is contrary to our fundamental rights. It can easily be done. Why would they say you should have a uniform civil code?
I like to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not giving them the benefit. I'm just asking a question. Why should they do it at all? It's for Parliament to decide. What do you say?
No, you're right to the extent that the Shaira Bano case struck down triple talaq
fine.
as arbitrary and said it will not. And it is today, it does not exist as a form of divorce.
Exactly.
So, but as I said earlier also, I think the politicization and the political manipulation of the idea of the Uniform Civil Code, I would not want to dump the idea. It is an idea which, if re-envisioned as a gender-just code, and the gender-just code today
Doesn't
will
have
not
to be uniform civil code. Then.
Exactly. But
Then
that
you
no,
can look at each law,
yeah.
see provisions
Yes,
which are against
absolutely.
equality, and then strike it down.
and that is one pathway to legal
so why do
reform.
you need a UCC for that?
We don't. The UCC, when it was envisioned, we were in a very different world.
That's right.
And today, if we are going to reform personal laws, apart from saying scheduled tribes are exempted, in Uttarakhand's imagination, there are no lesbians, there are no gay persons, there are no trans persons. Those people are part of society.
Even Trump thinks so.
Yeah, thankfully I'm not a citizen over there.
Trump thinks at the end there are only males and females.
Yes, well, I think if Trump is the benchmark of anything, we won't know what to do.
The biggest democracy in the world.
Yes, of course.
Why should we not follow Trump after all?
No. Yes, so let's not go there. Let's stay within our own jurisdiction. But for those persons, we had a marriage equality matter recently before the Supreme Court. There were issues of inheritance that came up.
Yeah.
There were issues of succession. There were issues of what kind of
There are
rights.
several issues pending in Supreme Court
Yes.
on those issues.
So on that, what about their rights? How can we imagine at this juncture a civil code which excludes large sections of population?
Right.
So this law is actually not giving. It is uniformity does not lead. It's not a virtue. It doesn't lead to any equality. They are not talking about equality at all.
So let me ask you, or I start with you, Shahrukh.
May I add something
Please.
I mean, there is something to be said for legal pluralism and diversity of laws, but I just remembered to what you were saying that even in 2018, the reference to the Law Commission was reform of discriminatory laws, to which they said yes, that is needed, but UCC is neither necessary nor desirable.
That's correct. They said so.
That's exactly what you were saying.
And then the 23rd Law Commission said the opposite.
Yes. Without saying why it disagrees.
That's correct. And the question that I was going to ask you was that we have several laws. We have the Special Marriage Act, for example. Now, the Special Marriage Act allows me to register, right? This is a parliament statute, right? Then how can another statute, because if I registered under the Special Marriage Act, I can say I don't want to register under this act. Isn't it contrary to the Special Marriage Act?
It's absolutely contrary. We are talking about legislative competence,
Yes.
but even jurisdictionally, a lot of Delhi families go for destination weddings to the Jim Corbett Park, and you go there, and then you come back to Delhi, and then you discover that you have to register there, and you're governed by this State Act.
Correct.
और वो बेचारे जो इजरायली आते हैं सर रहने वहाँ लिव इन रिलेशनशिप्स में, उनको भी रजिस्टर करना होगा, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट इवन अबाउट रेजिडेंस.
That's equality, no? It also should be
इजरायली
subject to our
आएंगे
law.
IDF से छुट्टी पे,
Yes.
and they'll have to register in Uttarakhand.
जो 1 साल रह ले उत्तराखंड
No,
में.
no, sir. That only applies to resident. You
I know,
become a resident.
I'm just saying, you're right, absolutely. I'm just saying, वैसे for residents also, अगर किसी 1 साल
और उसके बाद आप
उसके
कहीं
बाद
और
कहीं और चल जाए, तबादला हो जाए, आप गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट है, तबादला हो जाए, you are still governed by this law.
Yes. And you may be an Uttarakhandi living here.
That's right.
So then you will file for maintenance, imagine, in a Delhi court under the Uttarakhand Civil Code.
Yes.
What kind of legal chaos are we envisaging over here for a court also?
somebody
That's right, it's
called
just
me,
shocking.
sir, from London. She's a student there from Uttarakhand. हैरान परेशान कि I am in a live-in in London. Am I expected to
Tell her
register?
they will have to nominate a sub-registrar.
एक्ट में है,
Yes.
रूल्स में उनको याद आया है, तो रूल्स में उन्होंने ये कर दिया है कि रेजिडेंट ऑफ उत्तराखंड in India. So she's exempted from that.
Oh, शुक्र है. अच्छा, she must have heaved the sigh of relief.
लंदन में उसको
Other
register
अच्छा, अब ये भी कह दिया कि 2010 के बाद जो भी मैरिजेस होंगी, they'll have to be registered.
Yes.
तो उसको
कंपल्सरी
retrospectively कर दिया.
रजिस्ट्रेशन.
Yes.
ये क्या मतलब हुआ?
कंपल्सरी
अच्छा, और
रजिस्ट्रेशन की
किस
तो
लिए
खिलाफ
रजिस्ट्रेशन?
रहे हैं.
अगर if I get a decree of divorce,
Right. From a court.
कोर्ट से मिल गई, तो मैं फिर उसको रजिस्टर क्यों करवाऊं?
It makes no sense.
क्योंकि
उसमें भी
according to
वो
them,
examine
they
करेगा
need
कि
not accept divorce.
You can't sit over a judicial document.
अरे इसको लॉ में लिखा है, they may not accept the divorce, they may not even accept the marriage.
and they will not accept breakups.
Yeah.
If a
they will not accept
live-in
termination
relationship
of
breaks
relationship.
up,
तुम्हें एफिडेविट फाइल करना पड़ेगा कि why did you break up?
then they'll
उसके
interrogate
बाद
the
वो
girl.
इंटेरोगेट करेंगे, फिर इंक्वायरी करेंगे.
If the woman is pregnant, then you don't get to break up.
You have to put in your pregnancy information on the portal where the district superintendent of police has access and can provide access to any person.
Yes.
And in live-in relationships, appropriate action can be taken by the police. I will inform, I'm representing a live-in couple over there. They have to register. The minute they give the statement of registration, that information shall be sent to the local police station. Two adults are taking a decision. Nobody has called the cops into the story. Why is the information being shared with the police? What happened to all the privacy material and judgment that we read very recently from the
They will
Supreme
say
Court?
that it is important for us to know as to what is happening in our state. What are children doing?
शादियों का भी भेजें फिर हर शादी का मोहल्ले की
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
पुलिस स्टेशन के पास.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. तो आने वाले दिनों में ऐसा
They'll be quite busy. They'll be very busy.
अच्छा, और लिव इन रिलेशनशिप के लिए एज भी बढ़ा दिया है. 18 साल की लड़की नहीं होनी है, 21 साल की
नहीं, आप 18 के होंगे तो आपके पेरेंट्स को बताएंगे.
बताया जाएगा.
So there is a
तो जैसे ही पेरेंट्स को बता दिया वैसे ही नहीं, अभी will not be able to.
exactly. No, and see, when you remember you asked some time back about that if it's a marriage, it's a regular marriage, and he can say no
Correct.
to a marriage that has already been, and you're simply
That's
registering
what I'm
it.
saying. Now you can say no.
Yes. Now, I mean, what kind of marriages are going to come under the scanner? Obviously, an intercaste,
Yeah,
an interfaith.
Obviously.
You're going to say it's against public policy.
That's right. So you're targeting intercaste and interfaith marriages. That is the intent. And you're allowing your gendarmes, right, the Bajrang Dals and the others to get into the act.
It will be a new kind of public-private partnership.
That's a You're
Yeah.
right. New kind of public-private partnership, and in which the state is the prime mover, and the Bajrang Dal and the others and the sub-registrar are in partnership to attack interfaith marriages and intercaste marriages.
Across class also, across
class.
any marriages which are not approved by parents. I mean, anything can happen now.
And can you imagine what impact that will have on the women of our country who are part of this, even normal marriages?
Yes, yes. You know, I mean, a woman may be marrying some friend of hers from college who the family doesn't approve of for no particular, it may not be even intercaste.
It's possible.
It's actually really going to control women's freedom. In the name of safety.
I hopefully men also have some freedom. It is also controlling their freedom.
Yeah, but usually for men, there's not so much parental, social pressure.
It depends on which religion you belong to. Pitega bichara.
Well, that is possible.
Let's be clear on
So
it.
I think what really frightens them is young people. Because young people, after a point, do follow their heart, thankfully. And that they're not able to control.
The state is also following its heart in Uttarakhand.
If this is the heart, they're rather heartless about it.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's a lawless law. That's why I called it
Uncivilized.
uncivilized civil law, which is how I started this conversation with. But let me share with you something that Golwalkar ji said. उनसे पूछा गया that do you agree that uniformity is needed to promote national unity? He said harmony and uniformity are two different things. For harmony, uniformity is necessary. There have always been limitless diversities in India. In spite of this, our nation has remained strong and well organized since ancient times. For unity, we need harmony, not uniformity. Nature does not like excessive uniformity. I think that diversity and unity can coexist, and they do coexist. तो गोलवालकर जी को ये फॉलो नहीं करते. हाँ?
I said we are reduced to quoting Golwalkar.
That's right, about them, correct. नहीं, actually, I was thinking, when he talked about diversity, I was thinking कि आप दुनिया के किसी हिस्से में भी चले जाओ. First of all, of the 7 billion people, no one looks alike. There is no uniformity.
Thank goodness.
Right? And there is no uniformity in nature. There is no uniformity in the animal world. Even the strength of each lion or lioness is different. Right? There is no uniformity anywhere. Uniformity is only to regulate your conduct, to live peacefully in society, subject to constitutional provisions. That is the only area in which uniformity has a meaning. Otherwise, uniformity has no meaning. तो ये जो हो रहा है, ये बर्बादी की ओर, देश की बर्बादी की ओर जा रहा है. और जो भी हमने संविधान ने हमें दिया, वो खोना चाहते हैं. और one state, one nation, one election, one law, one political party in power.
Sir, but sir, do you think, and Vrinda, do you think that even the Special Marriage Act, which is the secular act, is more or less modeled on the Hindu bill?
It absolutely is.
And
It absolutely is, yes.
I was quite shocked to realize that even the degrees of prohibited relationship have been taken straight
Straight from there.
template.
Straight from
It follows
this.
the template.
This law also now says the same
Absolutely.
thing.
It just
for living
imitates it.
relationships.
Even for living
Even
relationships.
living relationships.
Yes.
from the 1950s, 1954 ka hai, the model, the standard has been the Hindu
absolutely.
code.
And I think that is something that one needs to thoroughly interrogate. It's not even in our public debate, we have not challenged it enough.
That's true.
You're absolutely right. We are all very comfortable with seeing this as, oh, this is a liberal template.
Secular.
And that's how it's been perceived. Therefore, I'm saying we need to get out of all these templates. We want to make gender just laws. We want to talk about equality. Let's start afresh.
Jurisprudentially, we are moving towards no-fault divorce, for instance.
Yes.
Which brings you closer to Muslim
Absolutely.
That's
laws
true.
of
That's true.
divorce.
But ये निकाह नहीं मानते. In this law, they don't accept nikah.
Ji.
No, and nikah is a contract,
But they
which
don't
is
accept
such
it.
a more modern, progressive.
But they don't accept it
No,
under
they
this,
don't.
under the code here, under the code that's applicable in Uttarakhand.
Right. Right.
Contrary
Meher,
to
they don't
evolving
accept.
law.
Meher, they don't accept. They don't. These concepts are alien to this law.
But that's true of the Special Marriage Act also.
Maybe so, but you have a choice, no?
Yes.
Yeah, there is no choice. Problem here.
Yes. Yes.
And as you rightly said, you can register in one
Yeah.
in order for your, hoping that your rights will ensue from there.
Correct.
But once you register here, which you have to, you don't have a choice in the matter.
Correct.
Then your rights are already circumscribed.
So these are means if laws of this nature that affect, 140 crore people of this country
Yes.
are going to be passed without thinking, without a debate, without ascertaining the legal infirmities, without realizing what you're doing, and you do it only for politics, God save this country.
I think we'll have to save our own country. We can't leave all the hard work to God. But I think what's very important for us to remember, they're doing a lot of this, asking women in particular, you give up your freedom if you want to be safe. And I think women are going to demand equality and freedom also.
I hope so.
It's not one or the other
hope
for us.
So. I hope so. I think that young people in this country will be petrified, if you ask me, of taking decisions.
They should be petrified after
Of this,
Yes,
yes,
they will be petrified to enter into those relationships.
absolutely.
Because they'll be targeted, and nobody wants to be targeted. Nobody wants to be a public spectacle. You know,
Well,
and
why
that-
should
ये-
love be? I mean, two people are in love.
Yeah, exactly. So, but ये क्या किया जाए? I mean, a state wants to control you in that area and wants to.
16-page form, sir. It's
Yes.
the amount of petty bureaucracy that they're also introducing.
Yes,
It's a 16-page form that you have to fill.
And
be
a
in
law
a
with
relationship.
392 sections. I mean, how does an ordinary? I mean, Uttarakhand also has a lot of working class.
Yes.
All those people are going to be expected to put in their data in here. And I think on data, one of the aspects that this does is wants your Aadhaar linkage. Even to sign into the portal, you have to link your mobile and Aadhaar.
Oh, really?
Which is precisely what Puttu Swami said you are not required to do.
I see.
You have to furnish your entire Aadhaar data. You can't register on that portal. Now you have a working class. How will they understand what is to be done? So third parties are being set up who will access your data. So there seem to be multiple plans in the wing over here.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think about it that way because I didn't read the form in that fashion.
You have to furnish your details of your past relationships also.
Past relationship.
which will be verified by the registrar. How will they verify? God knows.
बोले कि आपकी they don't want only your present, they want your history also.
Yes, personal history.
Past relationships.
कितने झगड़े होंगे उसमें किसी का नाम डाल दिया वो
Somebody
कहेगा
may
मेरा
be
नाम
married
डाल
elsewhere. What are you doing?
And the registrar will not be only satisfied by the database, by looking at the database. If he suspects कि इसका कोई और relationship था, तो फिर वो अपने आप discreet inquiries करेगा.
Correct. It says suspicion.
Suspicion. On suspicion. On what
And
grounds of
suppression of material fact. We don't know what is a material fact. And the police will take appropriate action. It's really chilling. We don't know what appropriate action
Even
can be.
relationships में तो prescribed है.
Correct. No,
jail
punishment for everything is prescribed.
नहीं, jail, even sending people to jail. is
Correct.
prescribed.
थोड़ा फाइन पहले 10,000 रुपए और उसके
10,000,
बाद
And jail.
25,000
and jail.
What happens if I apply saying that I am in a live-in relationship, please register, and he says no?
You can't live with that person.
You can't be in a relationship anymore.
Then you will have to come to Shahrukh. That's what भैया मेरा
go and appeal.
case file करो. That is what will happen. And then
But they haven't defined live-in, sir, properly because they've obviously not spoken to people who are in
what do
live-in
you mean
relationships.
by live-in? They assume there is cohabitation
Correct.
In a shared household
in a shared house
Or rented.
or rent.
or rented.
If you are rented, the poor landlord has to give a lot of details
He
also.
can also go to jail.
Yes.
Landlord can
But my point is that a lot of people who are cohabiting are not in shared households. They have
That is
their
also
own
true.
households.
That is-
Correct.
They
that is
get
also true.
together.
But that, of course, so far they don't know.
They want two people
I
under
wish
the same
if
roof.
they had known, they would do that also. They would.
Yeah,
have a
don't
law
give
on that.
ideas.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Let them live under
You
the
are giving
radar.
inputs which you should not be doing.
Yes.
Anyway, so I think we should end this discussion by saying the state of this nation is such that we are moving in the wrong direction. That while we should be concerned about issues of poverty, issues of women's rights, of equality, of getting people to empowering people, dealing with the challenges that are going to confront our country, we're into these petty issues of controlling lives of ordinary people. The only intent being कि हमें राजनीति में फायदा होगा.
Create a panopticon for
Absolutely.
तो ये मेरे हिसाब से देश के लिए ठीक नहीं है और ये जानकारी लोगों को जानी चाहिए और इसीलिए हम ये चर्चा करते हैं दिल से पे कि आपको पता लगे कि इनकी मंशा क्या है और हमें अपनी आवाज़ उठानी पड़ेगी. Thank you very much.
Thank you.